It's your last chance to claim your money from Celsius. Here's all the latest news and dates that you need to know. Back in September, Celsius filed a motion with the bankruptcy court to allow them to sell certain stablecoins. The court had a hearing in early November and decided that Celsius had to amend the motion to fully comply with all the bankruptcy rules. The amendments were made to clarify these things: the transfer of asset ownership from customers to Celsius based on the language within their terms of use, whether agreeing to the terms of use formed a binding contract when people joined Celsius, whether new terms of use still applied to users that were already on the system, and whether the stablecoins that Celsius was trying to sell was actually their property and not the customer's property. The deadline to object to the amended motion is about a week from now on November 29th, and the hearing for the amended motion will be on December 5th. In their notice of hearing for the amended motion, Celsius lays out all the different ways that they think they own the money in the EARN program and all the other assets under their management. The trial for the title to assets and the custody and withhold accounts starts on December 7th, but the biggest question that still looms is who owns the assets in the EARN program. Celsius claims that their terms of use are clear and warns of the consequences of allowing them to use your money in their program. The terms are so clear that Celsius's lawyers had to break it down in their motion to explain why it's so clear. They're claiming that the crypto and the EARN accounts are part of Celsius's estate. They cited the Lehman Brothers case, saying that all legal property at the start of a bankruptcy case goes to the debtor, which is Celsius. They also cite the Enron case, saying if the contract language is clear, the court must enforce it. Celsius is fighting that customers signed a contract and must be held to it. Therefore, all the crypto on the platform belongs to Celsius. Another tricky question that was brought up was, do older users have to abide by new terms of use? If I had signed up in 2020, do the 2022 rules apply to me? In August of 2021, Celsius sent out a memo to every user on the platform with their version 6 of the terms of use. This required every user to accept their terms at that point and update their contract. 99.9% of people with an EARN account accepted that version 6 of the terms of use. However, 55% of the people on the platform had accepted terms of use before V6, while the other 45% accepted V6 or later, so they couldn't claim that they had accepted an earlier version and didn't agree to the later version. This whole debate has come up because Celsius wants to sell about $18 million of their stablecoins to keep their operations going. They're running out of money, but it's not clear if customers own the money in their EARN accounts or if Celsius had taken over their money per their terms of use agreement. In early November, Celsius announced they're going to auction off some of the retail assets. Bidding has actually already begun on November 21st and ends on December 12th. Any remaining assets will be auctioned on December 15th, with the final sale hearing on December 22nd. Celsius also shared a list of the companies they still owed money and how much. It probably amounted to a few $1,000,000, but there were some interesting companies on there. For instance, they owed $58,000 to a Georgia police department. They also owe $1,300 to BitBoy Crypto. We've all seen him floating around the internet. Nearly $2 million for a location agreement, which I think is just the rent agreement for one of their Bitcoin mining facilities. $15,000 to Crypto Love, who I have no idea who that is. $6,000 to a vending company. I don't care who you are, you do not get free Cheez-Its. And all these companies that are owed money have until December 19th to file a complaint if they think they're owed more or less. CEO Christopher Ferraro made a declaration on why Celsius should be allowed to sell stablecoins to keep the business running. He explains how Celsius made money by making loans to people and institutions, being an automated market maker, staking in DeFi, and using exchange deployments, more or less trading and trying to make some money off of it. To do all these things effectively, he was trying to prove that Celsius needed 100% control of the customer's money, and that to join the EARN program, you didn't choose where your money went. You were either in or you were out. He claims Celsius has always remained in compliance with its terms of use. Since filing bankruptcy, Celsius has faced liquidity issues. The majority of its income now comes from Bitcoin mining and pulling cash back out from previous investments. So far, they've done some cost cutting, including a 60% reduction in employee costs, which is about $40 million a year, and a 70% reduction in daily operational costs, good for about $45 million a year. And they're targeting another $5 or $10 million a year through optimizing. Oren Blonstein, head of innovation and chief compliance officer, also made a declaration on why Celsius should be able to sell the stablecoins. He acknowledged all the different versions of terms of use and stated that every single version gave Celsius 100% control over your money. The final declaration was made by Robert Campana, the managing director with A&M, the restructuring advisory firm that Celsius hired. He's a certified public accountant, certified insolvency and restructuring advisor, who's helped Celsius make a forecast of cash flow and liquidity. And he says Celsius may need extra liquidity as soon as January 2023. He agrees with the proposal that $18 million of stablecoins should be sold, which are almost entirely USDT, and how before bankruptcy, the company was allowed to do this without asking. The court just set a deadline for all the customers to file a proof of claim. The deadline for that is January 3rd, 2023. You have to look at the schedules of assets and liabilities, and if the amount they owe you is less than you think, you have to file a claim to correct them. If the amount they owe you is correct, you don't need to take action. It's your last chance to correct them on how much they owe you. If you don't make it by that date, you are barred from forever having your money back. For more details and information, go to Celsius's claim agent website, listed here. Make sure to check out my other videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.